Okay. Wait, where were we at on this? What were we even talking about?
For the Chinese
Oh, this guy. We're still here.
On top of this, China was unable to wean itself off.
He's fired. Wait, who got fired? By the way, I'd like to apologize for Twitter being super slow in many countries. App is doing over 1,000 poorly batched RPCs just to render a home timeline. I have spent about 6 years working on Twitter for Android and can say this is wrong. Okay. I feel like there is a if Elon is wrong, then it's pretty shitty of him to tweet this because he's throwing his devs under the bus. But it's also pretty fucking stupid to tweet something like this, contradicting your boss in public as well. So, yeah, I don't know. Looks like Elon is wrong. Twitter was on Android. What have we done to fix it? We've done a bunch of work to improve performance. We found that it correlates well with increasing UAM and ad spend. Agree, there's plenty of room for performance improvements on Android. However, I don't think the number of requests is the primary issue. For a cold start of the app, there are about 20 requests to load home timeline. Most requests are non-blocking, happen in the background. This includes things like image, user settings, hash flag, etc. I think there are 3 reasons the app is slow. First, it's bloated with features to get little usage. Second, we have accumulated years of tech debt as we have traded velocity and features over performance. Third, we spend a lot of time waiting for network responses. One performance-focused holdback, Go DDG 7601, showed a causal increase of 40 MUAM. For reference, Mixed Media only showed plus 10 UAM. If you want to improve things, we need to make trade-offs for performance over new feature work. Frankly, we should probably prioritize some big rewrites to come at 10 plus years of tech debt and make a call on deleting features aggressively. Haha, a rewrite? No shot. Rewrites don't make money, new features do. This is why developers don't show their face in public. He's fired. Rip. This is the same guy that says $400 lunches are fine. And? Do. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Drooly face. All right. I think all social media companies should handle their emails by posting on it. He basically walked back saying Elon was wrong about poorly batched RPCs, though. No primary issue.
Stop. Stop it.
This cat looks super triggered.
Stop, you're scaring me. You're scaring me.
Oh my God.
I said no. Stop being ratchet.
No surprise, nothing gets done when the employees are fighting their boss on the platform instead of doing work. Well, the problem is, if I had to guess, the problem is that when you want to do things like code-based rewrites, or when you want to like clean up like accumulated tech debt, the problem is that it's probably really difficult to show. You probably need a really good team leader to express to management what the benefit is of doing this. Because if I'm managing a project and I can either 1, launch a new feature, especially a revenue collecting one, or 2, pay my engineers to clean up a code base, why the fuck would I do that, right? You need like a really effective team leader or somebody to express to management like, hey, if we allow to do this, it's going to let us do this easily in the future, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I think that is entirely going to rest on, I don't know if it'd be team leader or what, whoever you would say, that like whoever's in charge of communicating between engineers and management has to do a really effective job at making that case. Because without that happening, it's just like I can either throw money into a black hole of code rewrites, whatever the fuck that means, or we can spend money launching this new feature where we can bill our customers $3.99 a month, and I can show investors, and I can look at my cash flows, and I can look at the debt that I pay, and I can look at the salaries that I pay, and like, oh, that's obviously, it's always going to be the new features. That would be my, right, that's like probably the issue. What is tech debt? If I had to guess, it's actually probably a lot like when I play Factorio. Like, Let's say that I create like a solution for a problem and it works. It's not very scalable, but it kind of works. But then I build something else on top of it. And it's like, oof, okay, I've got this underlying thing that doesn't work very well. But like if I make this little patch, it kind of works and it works good enough. And the problem is that that mentality will let you build on more and more and more and more shit code. And what's going to happen in the future is eventually you're going to run up against a problem where it's like, okay, we want to add this new feature, but we kind of have to fix, we need to like fix problem A first because now it's actually a problem. Well, the problem is at that point, you're not fixing problem A because it's not problem A. It's actually problem like K. And you need to fix A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. And you got to do like basically like a code-based rewrite or like a half rewrite if you even want to approach fixing that problem. So you're like, okay, well, let's scrap that feature and let's work on something else instead. And you accumulate all of this like garbage code that like it's functional and it works, but it's like not scalable. And it's starting to like inhibit your ability to expand in new directions or for new features later on, basically. I think it's kind of like that's like accumulated tech debt. Bum, 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 bum.